Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. It's the Que-stead show. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. I know I was supposed to be on last week during the party. As you can see, it has ended. So anyway, it ended with the bang. I overdid it, but what I didn't know was that I had gotten myself extremely dehydrated. Ooh, hold on, my little squash is looking bad. It's dying. Okay, but this one is doing good. Okay, I'm looking at everything. Oh, my garden has exploded. We've been getting a lot of rain. Even my Korean melon has decided to flower. So hopefully I'll get a few. I've never tried that. I watched Hollis and Nancy's homestead, and they call it chummy, which is Korean melon, and it grows like the cucumber because it's in the cucumber family. I have harvested, and as you can see, my cucumber plant seems to be dying. It's dying and thriving at the same time. But I did manage to harvest a cucumber on yesterday. I've got another one coming and one up there. There's one right there. I don't know if you can see it. And then I have little ones coming on, but I have leaves dying. It's not diseased. I've added nitrogen to it, but it's still not doing too good. So if it dies off, then it just dies. I'm okay. I still have time to start a new plant if I like to, but I'm not. I've been harvesting eggplant, and there's one back there, and I have a new one coming right there. I'm finally getting the lima beans. Here's a lima bean right here, and I've got plenty of flowers. This thing has just went all along the trellis. My cushaw from Homestead Hearts Cushaw Challenge. I've got flowers, and I believe I have a cushaw somewhere on this plant. So it's climbing around the trellis as well. Green beans, that needs no explanation. I've been killing those things every single day. In fact, here's one here that's ready, and yesterday it was small. I've been just picking green beans left and right. This one hasn't produced yet, but it's getting ready to. Remember when I put this on the TP trellis? It has went ham. And I've gotten some from that crate over there. I've been still getting raspberries. I've been getting lots of tomatoes. My cabbage has done well. It formed a head. I lost my sunflower. What else? Oh, everything's just doing good. And then I planted potatoes in July because I saw there was still time. So I planted the Kennebec seed potatoes. I planted 4 of them that I received because I got 20 of them in the mail that I ordered. And look, they came right up and they're doing really good, really good. So I'm excited. Anyway, so today I am smoking some St. Louis ribs. I did some smoked sausage, and I have a veggie pack down at the bottom there. And so I cooked my ribs the 3-2-1 method. 3 hours, just plain. Then I wrapped them for 2 hours. It's actually been 2 hours, but I'm gonna give it another half hour because they're still they're not as tender as I would like for them to be. And I've got the rest of the day, okay? And also, then I'll sauce them after I unwrap them. And that will tenderize them actually, but I want them to be a little tender before I do all that. Then once I sauce them, I'll cook them 1 more hour, and then that'll be the end of it. Okay, let me sit down so I can get on about the party. Okay, so the party was beautiful. Lots of guests came, my cousins, friends, family. A lot of people came. It was very, very nice. I hate that I didn't come on, but actually I had done so much that week before. I think that's the last time I was on for episode 13, and this is episode 14, I believe. Anyway, I did so much, and then the day of the party, first of all, the night before I couldn't sleep, and it wasn't because of the excitement for the party. I just couldn't sleep because I had taken a nap. I had fell asleep like at 9 o'clock that night, and I woke up at 2 in the morning, and that was all she wrote. I was up for the rest of the night, basically. I finally drifted off at about 6 in the morning and had to be back up at 7 to start the smoker because my sister brought 3 slabs of ribs over, and I told her since she bought them, because y'all know I was broke all month long trying to throw a party, okay? But it had already been planned. But that tree thing, it had to happen. So there I was, broke with no money to buy anything. And so my sister, she seeded the money for the food, and so I told her I would cook it, you know, which was the right thing to do since she bought it. And so I got up at 7, an hour later, did the ribs. It was extremely hot. Actually, it was extremely hot that week, and then the day of, it was hot, hotter than what they had projected. Then on top of that, it was sunny, and we learned about this yard. We had to chase the shade, so everybody ended up way at the back by the time it was over and done with. Okay, and so anyway, I was just tired. I wasn't feeling the best because I had a headache in my eye, and I couldn't understand why. That was the day before, and then that night when I took that nap, I woke up and I still had the headache in both eyes. Then I laid down. Although I couldn't sleep, I rested, and when I did drift off and woke back up at 7, I still had the headache in my eyes, and finally I broke down and took 2 a leave because I did not want to be dealing with the headache during the party. Well, the headache did go away. I did the barbecuing and stuff, and then the guests started arriving just as I was about to finish up. I was in the middle of stuff, and everybody started coming like at the same time, so things just got kind of wild. And I was busy from the time the guests arrived up until the time they had to haul me away in the ambulance, okay? That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, so what happened was, later on that evening, after a few hours of the festivities, I started not feeling well again. So I went in under the air, and so some of my cousins were in the living room, so we were there talking, and I drifted back off to sleep. And I had taken another leave, but then the headache still didn't go away when I woke back up. When I woke back up, I was feeling horrible. I was nauseous. I felt dizzy. My heart was beating all fast. I didn't know what was going on. And so I came to the back room here and laid down for a minute. Next thing I know, one of my cousins came in. She was like, "Are you all right, Q?" And I looked at her and I said, "No, I am not." And my whole body had started shaking. And so we had the saints here too. So my cousins and stuff, they came in, some of them, and they started praying over me. And my sister took one look at me. She was like, "I'm calling EMS. Something's not right here." And then it's my party too. I got money pinned all on me and stuff, and here I am, sick as a dog. So my sister called EMS. They came. The moment that they stepped in the room, my whole body started cramping. I mean, I cramped my thighs, both, and I've never cramped in both legs at the same time. My arms cramped. I was shaking. I was screaming because the cramps hurt so bad I couldn't even move. They had me gripped. It was nothing I could do but lay there and suffer. And so they were like, "Do you want to try to stand up?" I was like, "I can't." And so then they helped me to stand up, and that was even worse. I almost fell back down, so they laid me back down. It took probably about 10 minutes before the cramps eased up enough for me to even breathe correctly, okay? I was like, I don't know what's going on. The EMS people said, "We do. You're dehydrated." Then the light bulb went off. I was like, "But I've been drinking water." I mean, I have been guzzling water. In fact, I keep my water with me. They were like, and they said, "No, water by itself will wash out the nutrients in your body, the potassium, magnesium, sodium, and all that, the electrolytes." And so I ended up, they hauled me away to the hospital, and they gave me the IV to restore my electrolytes, and within 2 hours I was back home. But by then the party had ended. So, because everybody left after I got hauled away. They stayed for a little while, and my sisters and my niece, they actually stayed here at the house because since we knew what was wrong, we knew that I would probably be released unless things were just horrible. But they did my blood work and everything panned out after they replenished me. And I was fine after that. And you can best believe I have Gatorade. I had to mix it with a little juice because I do not like the taste of Gatorade, the salty taste. But I learned, okay? And when I say I learned, I learned. So anyway, when it's hot, and we've been in the Texas heat wave, although I'm in Michigan, the Texas and Oklahoma Southwest and weather has come this way. And so this past week, it's been very, very hot, humid, and stormy. We've been getting rain, and it rained this morning, but it has stopped. So I went on and put these ribs on. So I'll be done with those in the next hour and a half. So anyway, I just got on because I know that I hadn't been on all week because I've been sick. And I do have a follow-up doctor's appointment on Monday. So I may come back then to let you know what he is saying and suggesting. But I feel a little bit better. But it's taken a minute to recover from this. It's like once I got zapped, I've tanked before, you know, because I told y'all I have the ostomy. So I'm supposed to be staying hydrated. So I knew better than to not add electrolytes to my water. I don't know what I was thinking about. I'm thinking I was doing good. And so I'm thinking that tanking happened over the course of some days or even possibly a week or so, and I just didn't know it was happening until that day. It was extremely hot. I was ripping and running all day from Friday all the way clear through the party, and it got me. My body said, enough is enough. I'm shutting down on you. And it did. So anyway, so that's how the party ended. But it was very nice for what I saw of it. They filmed me being hauled away in the ambulance. And then on top of that, lots of pictures were taken. So my cousin, she posted a lot of them on today. So I'm seeing how everybody enjoyed themselves. And so today I did my cleanup as much as I could because the storms, you see all these limbs and stuff. And then my house next door sold. I think this Hispanic couple bought it. They look to be older. I'm thanking God, okay? Because, and then one lady, she was a younger lady with 5 or 6 kids, single mother. She was looking to buy it. And she was gonna, I think she bid on the home, but I don't know if she got it. But anyway, my prayer was that they didn't turn, because that's a big house. My prayer was that it wouldn't be turned into a halfway house or a rental. I wanted to see homeowners. I don't care if they throw parties. I don't care what they do. The fact that they're homeowners, not that renters are bad, but you never know what type of tenant that will eventually come into the home, and then you have move outs. You know, somebody may be good, they move within a year, and then you dealing with someone else. I didn't want that worry. I want to know that I have permanent neighbors. So hopefully that will be the case. I still don't know. I'm just guessing based on what I saw and the fact that I've spoken with them when they came to view the house. You know, one of them stopped me and asked me, how's the neighborhood? Is it quiet? I told them as quiet as you hear it now is as quiet as it always is. It's a beautiful neighborhood. So they were happy to hear that. So I'm hoping that one of the two end up getting the house, either the lady with the 5 kids or the older Hispanic couple. Either one. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just thankful that they're buying, you know. But we don't know what happened, you know. It could have been someone else who they accepted the offer from. I just don't know. I've been looking on Zillow. That's how I know the information that I do know, other than when I spoke with the one potential buyer. Okay, I'm talking about how quiet it is. We got this one neighbor on the next street, and they gonna get with him. He's gonna be dealt with. He likes to speed up our street for some reason. And I don't know if he speeds up his street too, but he don't need to be doing that because of the simple fact, you know, we have children and stuff that play. So you don't want that type of stuff going on. And then he's loud with that loud engine. So that's the noise for the summer, but I'm quite sure it will all end come winter. So I'm not worried about that. But it seems like every time I come out here to sit, here he comes. And it's not that often, usually once a day. And every now and then he'll do it at night. Yep. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because I'm at 14 minutes. Y'all know I don't go over 15 because it takes so long to upload. But I just wanted to give you an update, let you know how I'm doing. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'll be going to the doctor on Monday. I'll fill you in on that because I don't know if he's gonna want to run further tests because I'm still having those symptoms that I was having before the steroid nightmare. And that all played a part too, you know, so but right now I feel well enough to have come out here today, do a little cleaning, getting all the trash and stuff thrown away, gathering the cans to take back to the store and all that stuff. So I feel pretty good sitting out here. And it's not as hot today. It's about 78 degrees outside, so that's good. We've been in the high 90s for the past week here, so thank goodness, you know, we're getting a break. But my garden has exploded with the rain and the sun and all that. Oh, and I did plant some more patty pan squash because the other two were a failure, so I still had time because you can have a harvest in 42 days. So I have just enough time to hopefully harvest some. It hasn't come up yet. I planted the seeds 2 days ago. My white pine strawberries are throwing off runners. In fact, I cut one runner and I rooted it. It rooted in 2 days, and I'm gonna give that one to my garden buddy. We exchange perennials, so I'm giving her that, and then I'll be giving her some more as time goes on. But I have 3 new runners coming after I cut that one 3 days ago now. The other thing is I've been harvesting squash. I've got okra coming. I didn't show you that when I was over there. Oh, my crowder peas came up and they look like they're starting to flower already. So it's been 3 weeks for those. And like I said, I have the head of cabbage. I have ground cherries. My garden has done excellent this year. I did get that cherry tree planted. It's doing good. Oh, and I planted my asparagus out. I told y'all I'm gonna do the roof stout method. So in the front, when my garlic arrives in September, I'm a buy hay from our farmers market right by me called Pelly's. I took y'all on a tour of that. They sell hay in the fall in September. So I'm gonna buy some more hay from them. I'm gonna fill this bed. I planted my asparagus back here. There's one, and then the other, they both did very well. And this is going to be tarped over, and then I'm gonna put the hay there, so that's gonna be part of the permaculture stuff. And then this is gonna be hay, so instead of the mulch, I'm doing hay. And I'm gonna be doing the permaculture right along where I kill off the grass. I'm gonna hay up the keyhole garden. That's why it's sitting bare still. And remember, all these plants in the keyhole garden are tests. I just wanted to see how it would do. I lost my sunflower in the storm, just as it formed ahead. It was doing so good, and the storm took it. So there it is, dead. My patty pan is doing good in here, but it's not flowering. I haven't gotten any flowers nor patty pans. I'm gonna leave them there. Hopefully it'll do something. But I planted some more for good measure because I wanted. That's the one squash that I wanted some of. The patty pan. My Cubanelle peppers are doing excellent. I have some coming here. I have some coming here, and then these here, they're almost ready. Look at them. Wow, these things have gotten big. And I have a lot of the banana peppers, the sweet banana peppers coming. Ooh, and my pear is, the birds are trying their best. They got a hold to one of my peaches, and I only had 2, but I'm not letting them get my pears. But those are coming along good. They keep plucking at the net and uncovering it, but they haven't gotten it yet. So I just covered it back up. Yep, but I do have one peach still in there. The other one's laying on the ground. Then I've got a raccoon. I didn't tell y'all about that. Lord, it's just been one thing after another with these animals. Yep. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because now I know I'm probably at 20 minutes. I went overboard, so I'm gonna get off of here. And so everybody have a wonderful evening, and may God bless you all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.